everybody, it's Gypsy. I want to start out with a few announcements. Booth is closed for the season. I may or may not do the Senior Center craft fair in March. I'm not sure yet, so if you're in the area, those are for you. But you can still contact me. I'm going to adjust this camera just a bit on my website to purchase art or a printable item or a reading. If you're in the area. You can also do this if you're not in the area, and we can do a reading remotely, and you can still purchase items. So go check out gypsywitchcreations.com. I have a lot of cool stuff there. Speaking of which, my itinerary for this year is, I'm having trouble with it because I have heard rumors that the price of gas may get up to $6 a gallon this summer, which is going to change everything for me. I just talked to a friend of mine who lives in California. The area she lives in, it is like $4.30 to $5.20 a gallon, and she's not even in LA County. So yeah, I don't know what's going to go on with my itinerary, so it's going to be a while before I update Where is Gypsy Now on the website. Anyways, I have more exciting news about art. I'm going to be doing a video on this one. I got my hands on a bunch of gorgeous scarves. 2 of them 100% pashmina, and I got them for such a reasonable price that even the pashmina scarves, I'm going to be able to list them at prices people can actually afford. So that's exciting, and that was it wasn't exactly a trade, but it's almost a trade, which is why we have to change the way our financial system works. Because when you do trades or something like that, something close to a trade, you can make things affordable for people. So I was really excited about this. Anyways, the first one I'm going to start with is this gorgeous pashmina. I don't know if you can see the label there. 100% pashmina. I'm going to work on the pattern. I'm going to design my own pattern. What I'm going to do is I am going to bead embroider on here. Now, I've done plenty of embroidering in my life. I've never done bead embroidery, but I'm going to do that on here. I'm going to design the pattern. And I'm going to transfer it on here, which is where my biggest issue is. I live in a very small town, and with the price of gas, I can't get over the next town. It's too far away. And I went into the craft store there. They only had one transfer pencil that would not guarantee that it would wash off. I didn't like that because, man, even my other scarves that aren't pashmina are gorgeous, so I didn't want to take that chance. I'm going to try chalk. I don't know how that's going to work. So anyways, after I do the pattern for this one, after I design that, I'm going to show you the process of how I'm going to transfer it on here. And I'm going to show you some parts of the embroidery. It's going to be a video that I'm going to do in bits and pieces, because I don't have fancy equipment, and I don't want to like take hours of a video showing you guys how I do this. So again, I'm going to have to do it kind of choppy and then meld it together. So, but anyways, I'm just so excited about these scarves. I really am, and to get a good price. And you guys, a couple of you guys can get pashmina for, man, a really good price. I mean, it's so exciting. It is, because I looked up pashmina. Some of these are like $200, $300. And I'm, holy shit. So I'm really excited about this because my people can get it much, much cheaper, and I'm going to hand embroider it. Anyways, yes, so I'm like really, really excited about that. So anyways, on to the video for today, the talk. I wanted to discuss, I had listened to a podcast yesterday done by Penny Kelly. She's a psychic medium. I mean, she's much more than that. I mean, she can access her people. I believe she's talking about the people on the planet she normally incarnates on. Yeah, she's someone like me. And she has kind of like bebop dimensions to the point she can go to the new Earth that's coming, and damn, is it amazing. Amazing. But that is only, that's more on a timeline where the mass consensus agreed do improving things here. And oh my God, when she talks about it, I'm like literally drooling. And then I get homesick for my planet, my home planet that I usually incarnate on. That's usually all the time, though. Right. So, anyways, what she did with this podcast, and I'm going to try to put the link in the comments. Please, please listen to it. It is so good. This whole series she did was just amazing, so interesting, so informative, and so important. This one is the last one in the series. I'm brokenhearted. This is the last one. I wanted her to keep going. But anyways, what she does is she compares planet Earth with the other more advanced benevolent planets and what it's like on our planets. Where places like people like Benny and I normally incarnate. It was hard to listen to. It was breaking my heart. It made me more homesick. I was nearly in tears. But I think it's important. Some of the things she said, well, was peace. Those planets are peaceful planets. Earth is so behind everybody else that we are constantly at war. Constantly. It never ends, people. Let's be honest. It doesn't. It is constant. We are constant even on a personal one-on-one basis or in groups at each other's throats. It's ridiculous. Difference of opinion is not tolerated here. The food. Oh my God. One time she explained about the kitchens. Now, my memory is not so that much intact that I have this. Of course, she has been bebopping around over to the new Earth. I don't know if I could handle it. If I did, I wouldn't want to come back here. I don't know if I would. But the kitchens, I think she called them grow kitchens. Actually, fresh, living food growing. You go there, you go in your kitchen, you harvest it, and you eat. And it is pure. Pure, original, created by our creator, no GMO, it's organic, it is pure and delicious, and I was just drooling at this. Oh, that sounds like heaven. I'm trying to think what else she said. Peace, a big thing. She says we are sexually immature here. Which I believe is true. She mentioned this pornography, the guilt about sex. Spiritually, we are definitely way behind. Wow, I should have listened to it again before I did this. She had like 10 items. The cities are beautiful and clean. She says they are pristine, not like our cities. Someone like me, I was really, really ill when I lived back home in Ohio. I lived in the suburbs of Cleveland. Then I had to move out to the more rural area. I started to feel better there. But I did go through, like, my illness escalated after I moved to the rural area to the point I was in bed a lot. But then after, it started to taper down a little bit. After becoming a nomad and living in nature, man, as my health improved. Someone like me who was used to that cleanliness, they honor nature, really into nature too, despite if you live in the city or out in a rural area, on these other planets. That's what they're used to. And I think when you're an ET soul, you hear people who really, really need to be in nature. That's me. But then again, another thing she says was many of these planets, they live inside the planet, not on the surface like we do here. I don't have enough spiritual memory to comment on that. And I love sunshine, so it's hard for me to relate to. I need sunshine to be healthy. Which is why I live in the desert in Arizona. I have to have sun. Not only does it affect me emotionally, it affects me physically. What else was she talking about? There was just so much stuff. Whoops, Spirit got too close to the camera again. So much stuff that she spoke of. I can't even remember the list, but it was so important. Now, what I have heard, are we still on that trajectory, everyone? John, yeah. Yes. Hey, everybody, it's Gypsy. I just wanted to let you know that I have added hats to my print on demand products, and they are with my very strongly stated sayings and my original artwork. I have unisex trucker hats, and I have beanies, unisex beanies, and they do have my decentralized American Eagle on there, um, the Live Free Butterfly, and the Live Free Feather. I should have more stuff coming, but please go to gypsywitchcreations.com, click on the print on demand tab, and you will see all my print on demand products, including the hats. So please check my merchandise out at gypsywitchcreations.com. John, yeah. Yes, Mom. We are so far. You guys are actually doing a great job, despite how bad things, I'm going to say, appear here. Yeah, they are bad, but you always say the storm before the calm, right? Woo, again, right. Spirits are just having to get so close to my camera these days, right? So this worsening of the situations on this planet is actually everything coming to a head. Now, what you noticed, yes, with the illness that's been prevalent over the past couple years, it has actually opened people's eyes. Oh, education was another thing you're saying. Yes, Penny talked about the difference in education on other planets. Yeah. Anyways, before my mother goes off on a tangent, that was about to happen. Right. This upheaval, thank you for that word, Grandpa. This upheaval is what is causing everyone to become alert. And yes, we've talked about that. My mother's eyes widen because you think about things like, well, Nazi Germany. It was a literal wake-up call. Mother thinks we didn't pay attention. No, we didn't, because I feel like we're repeating it, right? And that's what happens with universal law. You don't learn your lessons, you keep repeating it until you do. That's what keeps happening in planet Earth. Not that history has to repeat, or it does repeat itself for that reason. Not that you guys have to, until you get it. Okay? Yeah, and this is still John talking. So anyway, that's what's going on now. In a sense, you are repeating that pattern, right? Those of you who are spiritual enough to understand things such as karma, and no, it is not punishment or revenge. I can't even talk about, this is Michelle, I can't even talk about karma to people because they just don't get it, and I have trouble with the, I'm going to go ahead out on a limb, honey, and say immature understanding of karma. Right, Mom. It's not punishment, nor is it revenge. And what you just thought is true. When you're in school and say you cannot grasp a lesson, the teacher keeps teaching it to you until you get it. I'm sorry, did I override you? Yes, you did, Mom. Sorry. That's what happens when you channel with being awake. It's like meaning you override. That's why sometimes my son has an Appalachian accent when his accent was so Midwestern, right, Mom? Anyways, right. So that is what is going on right now. And with this one here, which is why so many ET souls chose to come in at this time, I regret it a lot, John. I know, Mom. Anyways, chose to come in at this time. It was to help people see it more. Now, what we said about COVIDs, right, is it did wake a lot of people up, especially with education. Those parents are hearing it in their own house. They're going, what the hell are they teaching my kid? Right, Mom. And it's with so much more. What is going on? And then you have people, well, like my mother, and then somebody like Penny Kelly, who really knows what's going on, John. That's right, Mom. Right. She has access more directly than most people chose to come in with. I don't know that I could have handled having that much access. I would have gotten out of here too soon then. Right, Mom. That's probably the reason you chose a much more subtle way. Right, and again, I'm also very, very shy. So, in my higher self, to be that popular. I couldn't stand it, right? I know too many popular creators who are having a tough time with those who haven't caught up yet. Right. That was a better way to put it. It is, yeah. Right, Mom, go ahead with that. Yes, while we're talking about this, I'd like to remind everybody our spiritual journey, our spiritual growth, our spiritual path never meant to be a competition. Now, everybody starts at different points with their spiritual growth from the spirit realm, okay? And I'm not just talking in this lifetime, I'm talking all through universal history. You are working on your spiritual growth. Different people are at different points, okay? So, you once were beginning and could not appreciate this stuff, understand it, okay? There's others who started maybe later than you or in a different pace. They will wake up, they will spiritually grow and advance. I'm going to leave it just there because I don't want to get too complicated. Right, Mom? So it's never meant to be a competition. It is never, whoops, spirit goes to the camera again. It is never an insult when someone, to that person, if they are not as spiritually advanced as someone else, okay? They are going to catch up. They're going to be just where everybody else is. At some point in time, it's not a competition. It's not a race. I'm sorry, honey. Did you want to take over again? Right, Mom. Okay, so yeah, she always feels the need to put that in. Yeah, I do, because this is planet Earth. Right, Mom? Anyways, and I do get frustrated with people who refuse to wake up. Right, and then there's that other issue we're not going to get into. Okay, sorry. Yeah, okay, Mom. So this is true. This is what's been going on. Now, I believe, yes, she did the true history of planet Earth. Right. Mom's getting that don't waste my time thing, and sometimes I'm afraid it was already wasted. Right. You're thinking of previous incarnations. Right. I think maybe my frustration's coming from that. I don't know. It could be. Right. These other planets have come in quite successfully to help planet Earth. Now, my mother, having more commonly, right, this is only the fifth one here, come on, right, just trying to get used to this place, it's not working, right, Mom? If it did, then we would be having problems, troubles. That's true. That's true. If I got that used to it, I'd be like, okay, I'm fine with it like this. Right. Exactly. That's why we needed people from more advanced planets. Most of them literally incarnate here. Like you, and yes, we suspect Penny, right, having two first names, right, that she is also an ET soul. Right. And there are so many that are. Many of them they don't always not realize it. They know, but they don't want to spread the information. Right. So anyways, she put this out here. Yeah, especially that last episode. So you can know how much better it can and will be. Right, John? Yeah. Thank you. Right, Mom. You're welcome for that. We want people here to be able to compare the difference. And yes, my mom's motivation is the financial system in a sense. Right. Penny does help with that, but mine is, let's get rid of it altogether. Right. You want to live in a more giving society, which is why your reaction, pass me to everybody, I'm going to sell it for cheap because I got it for cheap. Right, it's like we stole something. Right, but we didn't. Right. Anyways, no. You didn't want to say that. Right, Mom? Anyways, that's my mother's attitude. If she could give all her, I'm going to say shit. Did you just call my art shit? Right, Mom? Anyways, if she could give that all away, she would. Yeah, like I said in a previous video, this is Michelle again. When I see somebody admiring my art and they can't buy it, I want to just give it to them, but I can't because I can't afford it. And this is ridiculous. We should be able to do that. Right, Mom. You're right. You think on a much more higher vibrational level than those who say we cannot. Right, there's no other way. Right. Now, my mom is thinking all her life she's been hearing this. It is like, there's got to be. I know there is. Right? Right. You couldn't grasp what it was. Right. Sometimes, this is Michelle, when you have spiritual memory, it's not like a memory of the current life. And you can't, like, it's like you remember, but you can't always grasp the details. And I knew there was a better way. I knew. Right, Mom. And I just couldn't grasp what it was. So people would just be beating me down with that. And I'm like, no, there is. Well, what is it? I'm not sure yet. I'll try to remember harder, right? Anyways, my mother is at the point where she basically understands how it could be different. Penny's idea, maybe more or less, right, from her original planet, where you're thinking more of this, right, Sirius B. Yeah. But moving groovy. God, was that there? Oh, jeez. I hope well, no, they'll know it's you if they watch, right? Yeah, right. Anyways, so that's what Penny is pointing out in this podcast that my mother listened to, and yes, she's going to try to put that link there. Everybody should listen to it. How? Can we get people motivated enough to desire this? Right, now just telling my mom I'm getting to the point she was thinking of. Now we all, most of us are aware of vibrationally putting that intention out. Right, and that does not mean you put out there and sit on your ass and do nothing. Right, Mother? That always bugged me. Right, anyways, we are working, you guys, towards the point where you can, bring in New Earth. And this is why Penny points these things out so much of the time, to whet your appetite for it. Right, now, if you're in my mother's age group, you're probably not going to live here to see it. You will be able to see it from the spirit realm, and those of us who are from more advanced planets can communicate with others. Speaking of which, I'd like to get back to your brother and check in with him. Z-Rab, my son on Series B. Do we talk about, we might have to talk about that again, how that works. Right, Mom. Anyways, right, she's getting that maternal thing, you don't call, you don't telepathy me. It's so easy to call like that. You don't need a phone. Right, Mom? Anyways, I'm joking. Gotta include all 5 of them in my teasing, my children, right? So anyways, right, you will be able to know and see, right, because most of the other planets in the universe are very aware of planet Earth. Mom's thinking, how could you not be? My God, woo! Again, spirit. You explode an atomic bomb, it gets the rest of the universe's attention like that, right? Whoa, what'd they do now? Oh, we're stuck again, guys. Okay, you guys. Oh, there we are. We're back. Spiritual energy in here is just really messing with my technology. Especially when we're getting too slap happy, Dad. Yeah, that's what he said. Right. So that's why Penny put that out there. We better wrap this up before Mom's laptop explodes. Right. Right. So, my mother is wanting me to encourage everybody to listen, well, to this podcast in particular. Right, this is Michelle again, but if you could listen to the whole series, it's amazing. A series it's a series, Planet Earth, it's history or something like that. If you go listen 1 to 10, oh my God, it's wonderful. Right, this is one way. My mom is into promoting other creators, especially the more well-known ones. Right, we need to unite on this. Right, very good, Mother. So anyways, we think we should leave you with that because the computer might explode on the phone, right? So we're going to try to put that link at the bottom. Can I take over, honey? Right, Mom. So I'm going to try to get that link at the bottom. I listen to it on Spotify on my phone, so I'm not quite sure how to do that. I'm going to try finding it on my laptop so I can get it in there. In the comments, please, please listen to it. Listen to all 10 if you can. It is, man, when you hear the new earth, she talks about it frequently. You're going to want it so bad. We need to unite as a mass consensus and put our attention on that, okay? So anyways, I'm going to leave you with that. Blessed be. And make it a joyful one. Stay tuned for my scarves. You're going to be so excited.